In this video, we're going to be looking at the area of a rhombus or a kite. So we've looked at the previous example of the area of a parallelogram, and here I have an example for you of what a rhombus or a kite looks like. The rhombus, kind of, I guess you could use the analogy, it basically is a diamond. It looks like very much similar to a diamond. It has those matching sort of angles, and it's very similar to a parallelogram. They're sort of in the shape of a diamond. So the way that we work that out, and the formula is the same actually for the kite and the rhombus, and I'll explain that to you quite soon. But just wanted to make sure you understand the difference between the two. So your kite is, we've seen a kite before. Hopefully we have seen a kite before, and it has two longer matching length sides, which I've got identified here, and also the shorter lines that I've got identified there to create the kite. So you've basically got the kite and also the rhombus, as I said, looks like a diamond. But the key thing here is that you need to understand the different ways we're going to measure that. And here in these formula, we're going to use X and Y. And again, it is similar to base times height, but I'm going to show you how we sort of create, okay, that example there. So sorry, this is probably the best drawing you've ever seen, but it is, let's just say this is an example of a kite. I might make it a bit longer just to give you a better example. Now, if what we did with the kite is that if we cut this in half and then cut it down this way as well, this shape would fit perfectly in here, and this shape would fit perfectly in here to make a smaller rectangle. So the formula is, and I'll get you to write this down, it is area equals half of X times Y. Okay, so as you can see, we have the X, which you could say in this case might be the height, and the Y is the length. And what we are doing is, instead of calculating all of this area, we've created half a shape by moving these up here, by creating half a rectangle, sorry, and then that's why we calculate half of that. So we have X times Y, and we divide that by 2, or find half of that. So we're going to do a quick example here so I can show you how we work that out using some actual data, and then we'll show you how that sort of how we can set that out in our workbooks. Okay, so here we have an example of a kite, and we have our X and Y values. So now we can start to write in the formula. So the area of a kite equals half of X times Y. Now we can substitute these values in. So we have half times X, which we'll say is 10, times by Y, which is 20. Okay, so that we know that 10 times 20 equals 10 times 20 equals 200. So we're finding half of 200, which is simple enough, which we know is 100. And again, we'll write in our values, which is centimeters, and because this is area, it'll be squared. So again, a reminder for the whether that is a rhombus or a kite, the formula is half times X times Y. You calculate the X and the Y and then divide it by 2, or find half of that, and making sure again that you add in the values at the end. Thanks, guys.